Hello medicos. In this video, I will try to explain you about the classification of the nervous system. First of all, what is nervous system? Nervous system, it is the major controlling, regulatory and communicating system in our body. So it is a main controlling, regulatory and communicating system in our body. What is the classification of the nervous system? Nervous system mostly classified into two parts. First is the central nervous system and second is the peripheral nervous system. First of all, what is peripheral nervous system? Peripheral nervous system which control the periphery of the our body, which included mostly ganglions. So it contain ganglia. Here you will see this is the part of the peripheral nervous system, ganglion. It included somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system, it regulate the movement, but it regulate the only voluntary movement. Please learn, it regulate only the voluntary movement, but autonomic nervous system regulate the involuntary movement. So this is the difference between the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. It regulate the voluntary movement, but it regulate the involuntary movement. Autonomic nervous system also classified into two parts, sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system mostly activate at the time of adverse condition, like at time of the fight, flight and fly. In this condition we need for adverse condition, but parasympathetic nervous system activate at the time of the normal condition. It activate on it always activate remain activate in the normal condition, like normal digestion. When normal digestion occur, then it's activate. So this is different between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. Now I will try to explain you about the central nervous system. It is the large part of the nervous system which included the brain and the spinal cord. So it included the brain and the spinal cord. Spinal cord, it is a part which extend from the brain to the back part of our body. So this is spinal cord. It also help in the movement. It transmit the impulse from the brain to the lower back part of the body and also from back part of the body to the brain. So this is the part of function of the spinal cord, help in the impulse transmission. Where any abnormality occur in the spinal cord, then it's help, and so movement function disability occur. Now largest part which included brain. Brain has three part: forebrain, midbrain and the hindbrain. Forebrain also called prosencephalon, midbrain also called mesencephalon and hindbrain also called rhombencephalon. Forebrain has two parts, diencephalon and telencephalon. Midbrain has only mesencephalon which include different part, and hindbrain which included the myelencephalon and the metencephalon. Now what is included in the diencephalon and telencephalon? Diencephalon, here you will see diencephalon include the hypothalamus and thalamus. Here you will see this is the part of the thalamus and this part is called hypothalamus. This part is called hypothalamus and this is thalamus. This is the part of the forebrain. Hypothalamus and thalamus, and the hypothalamus is the part of the forebrain. Telencephalon, which include, it is a larger part in the brain and also in the forebrain. So it includes largest part in our brain. It includes cerebral cortex, basal ganglia, hippocampus, amygdala and limbic lobe. Here you will see this is the part of the cerebral cortex or cerebrum, which include different lobes like frontal lobes, parietal lobes, occipital lobes, and also it include limbic lobes. This is the part of the limbic lobe, which it is a part also part of the telencephalon. So limbic lobe, hippocampus, amygdala. So these all are the part of the telencephalon forebrain. So forebrain is the largest part, and in the forebrain largest part is the telencephalon. So forebrain include diencephalon and telencephalon, which include hypothalamus, thalamus and also cerebral cortex, limbic system, amygdala, hippocampus. So these are the part of the forebrain. Midbrain, which include the tectum and tegmentum. This is the part of the midbrain which are present between the forebrain and the hindbrain. So this is the part of the midbrain. Midbrain included already said tegmentum and tectum. Last is the hindbrain, which include the myelencephalon and the metencephalon. Myelencephalon include the medulla oblongata. Here you will see this is the part of the medulla oblongata, and the metencephalon which include the cerebellum and the pons.